30 people have died and dozens are injured as clashes continue between Iraqi security forces and supporters of influential cleric Muqtada al-Sadr in Baghdad. The violence started on Monday after al-Sadr announced his permanent resignation from politics. Supporters of the Shiite cleric stormed the capital city's green zone and street fighting broke out. The capital's night sky was illuminated with rockets being fired, accompanied by gunfire. Iraq's military announced a nationwide curfew and the caretaker premier suspended cabinet sessions. Al-Sadr then announced an indefinite hunger strike until the fighting stops. The Green Zone in Baghdad, where there have been clashes, houses government compounds and embassies. Some foreign missions have urged their staff to temporarily evacuate from the area. Neighbouring Iran closed its borders with Iraq, and Kuwait has called on its citizens to leave the country immediately. Well, Iraq has been witnessing political stalemate for nearly a year. Muqtada al-Sadr won the country's national polls last October but couldn't form a government. The cleric refused to negotiate with Iran-backed Shia groups and stepped down from his post, recently calling for fresh elections. In the last few months, his supporters have stormed Parliament on more than one occasion. They demand the removal of the caretaker Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi, who they believe is too close to Iran and the United States.
Whether we are here or not, the revolution will continue. I received an injury, my hand is fractured. I'm going to get treatment and come back.
Our revolution is against the corrupt. The people want reforms in Iraq, and there is no place for the corrupt in Iraq.
Well, for more now, let's go to Erbil in the north of Iraq, and we're joined by Hawa Ali, a senior journalist, Hawa, thank you for joining us. What is the latest from Baghdad, and what is Muqtada al-Sadr saying today?
Thank you, Oli. Thanks for joining me. Oli, let me start with that just shortly, Muqtada al-Sadr gave a speech, and in it, he called on all the protesters to withdraw from all the international zone, or as it's called, Green Zone, as well as from the Parliament front yard, as well as all the main street in Baghdad, which they have occupied in the last nearly a month. And he called them to withdraw immediately, and if anyone is left, he will and disobey his orders. He will kick them. Actually, he said he'll kick them out from his movement. So from in the last 60 minutes or last hour, the situation in the Iraqi capital has become quieter. No shot firing, or you don't hear any shotguns or reports of shootings. And basically, most of the Sadr supporters has left their places or positions in the streets, as well as the Green Zone. So, and just shortly after Sadr's speech, Iraqi Prime Minister Kadhimi thanked Sadr for his speech, and he said it was a responsible speech, and called all the sides and political factions to come together and start a national dialogue. So this is the latest.
And what do we expect might happen next? Because Muqtada al-Sadr must have known when he made that announcement that he was quitting politics. He must have known that that could lead to clashes in Baghdad. So why the about turn from him now? That's
basically is. As we know, Sadr has been known as a politician who just every day has a positions or different positions or different views. Yesterday he was very angry and called on all the supporters to go on the street. And today he told them to withdraw. So this is not a new thing in Iraq or Muqtada al-Sadr. Since 2010, we have seen plenty times where Muqtada al-Sadr has said he's giving up and resigning from political process of the Iraqi political process, and then later we see it coming back and participating in the elections. So this is not new. And they asked him the same question today during the conference, the press conference, what his next move, he said, and he just said, I'm not answering any political questions, and left. So it's not clear what his next move is. As we know, Muqtada al-Sadr might have a different position to announce tomorrow or after tomorrow. But currently, the situation becoming quieter, calmer, and everyone is waiting and see what's happening, because no one knows what's going on.
Okay, Hawar, thank you. That's Hawar Ali in the Kurdistan region of northern Iraq.